one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's us again. My name is Frank.
And my name is Tyler. And I think today we're going to be talking about rest and relaxation, good R&R, is that right?
Yep, yeah.
Uh,
So rest and relaxation for me, man, it has just being 30 years old now, it hits different. It's definitely way different, way more detailed than the things I was doing in my 20s. Rest and relaxation for me can be literally sitting down in a quiet home or a quiet place, reading a book. Either I'm listening to it or I have the tangible version in my hand with my feet crossed, or if I'm sitting up, my legs are crossed. That's like relaxation to me. Never in my life would I ever picture myself saying that so early, but like it really relaxes this right here.
just say, you used to be really heavy into audiobooks. What kind of happened to
Mhm.
that?
Still do it.
Oh, you still
Still
do
do
it.
it.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, you were
still
like
do it.
hardcore dedicated. Like, audiobooks only,
Yeah.
hardcover is for burning. Like, we do nothing
Uh,
else.
still still do it. They're just calming myself down. Like actually right here, me and my partner, we're Stranger Things fans. So this is
Oh,
a collaboration that they did officially with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, nah, not at all. Not at all. And if you all know anything about the Stranger Things, like the upside down world, but in this particular comic book, the upside down world is not like the Demogorgons, I believe that's what they're called. It's the Ninja Turtles. They're at the bottom. So I find
Oh my
that so
God. It's
cool.
so funny. Just earlier this week, I got into a discussion about the Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
I don't remember who, but we got into a small discussion. They're like, "Do you know anything about it?" I'm like, "No, sorry. I know
Yeah,
what they are,
yeah.
if that counts."
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
fair enough, fair enough. I guess rest and relaxation for me, it does not come easy, which is what my counselor is really trying to get me to do. It's like, hey, relax. And I'm like, hey, how? So, it usually comes in the form of like, I don't know. It's usually things that have to do with like hot water, a bath, a shower, a hot towel on my face, essential oils, what are some other fun things? Like something that still provides that outside stimulation that allows my brain to just not have to think about
Hmm.
much else, which is why I take really long showers. I know long showers aren't good for you. That's okay with me. It's like if I'm gonna die because I took too long of showers at a young age, so be it. At least I went out happy.
Yeah. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
um, there's a lot of different avenues when it comes to um, rest and relaxation.
And that's
Um,
the beautiful thing about it. There's no one right way to
exact-
rest and relax. That's
exactly,
so beautiful.
exactly. If I have a list, even though I mentioned like the book, reading the books thing is I have so many. Um, I never in my life knew that I was gonna be like, okay, I got many things that just work. I thought I was one dimensional, as I mentioned, I believe that I mentioned in our first couple of episodes, but I am in fact multi-dimensional. And even my
As
therapist
we all are.
noticed this. Yeah. And that just took a lot of maturity. If I'm really feeling anxiety, I take baths. I take way more baths now than I did in my 20s. And
Mm.
even though I'm really big on cleanliness, I'm taking even being an athlete, I'm taking 2 to 3 showers a day. Now I'll take 2 to 3 baths, and I'll take maybe like 2 showers. And you'll say, how? How is that? You make time for it. You make time for it.
How do
Even
you
if you're
have like
working.
such a low water bill?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The fact that it's this, you know, again, 85%, 90% of all of my income go towards my mental health and fitness. It's just
What a
what
mood.
it's been like for almost 10 years, being next year. Um, we pay for water. That's a sacrifice that we foot the bill on, and I pay the bill. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
just sacrifices, but peace of mind. You can have all the objects and things, you can have all the friends, but unless you have peace of mind with yourself, none of that stuff matters, you
Mhm.
know.
So
So
when you're taking a bath, do you do like what I do? Like, you get like a bunch of like the bubbles that like come 3 feet off of the tub, and then you have a bath bomb that you just throw in there because it smells like lavender, and then you just like get in, and then like you take your one leg, you kind of like come out with it like the knee, and then you just like take out daintily out. Do you do that and just kind of like
so
rub? Because that's what I do. I
so
make myself feel like
this is
feel
the
so
funny
femme.
part about you mentioned lavender. So me and my partner, we're really big on lavender. Everything that's a
Really?
liquid or a soap is lavender in our house. We do not pick any other scent, only because lavender, we both have anxiety. So lavender calms us down. We prefer to be able to have it with soap, shampoo, deodorant, bath. Literally, it's everywhere. We're even working on getting scented linen for our bed. We're working on getting scented carpet cleaner. That's lavender.
What about a
Blinds.
pillow spray?
Yeah, that too. She
Pillow
already
spray. I
has.
have a pillow
Yeah,
spray.
yeah. She has
As I
that.
say, I
Yeah,
have a
she
pillow
has that.
spray. Yeah, that's so nice, so nice.
Those
I was just
things
saying, like,
and
when did this like religious ritual of lavender or of lavendar come into fruition in your life?
so these are things that we were doing way before we met each other.
Fair
We
enough.
we naturally
Fair
did
enough.
that. We naturally did a lot of sage. Still do a lot of sage. Like our cabinet, everywhere. If we're anywhere and everywhere, we're lighting it. It's a ritual that we
So
do.
wait, are you using the sage for like the smells, or are you using it to cast out the bad juju, negative
Both.
spirits?
We do both.
Both? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we
fair.
do
I
both.
tried to do the whole smudging, but then I set off the smoke detectors, and then there's some fire
Oh yeah,
sprinklers, and suddenly
yeah,
the fire
yeah,
department's at my house, and where there's
yeah,
hot men, that's fine, but then there comes a
yeah,
bill. So I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, you know what? I never thought about that. I don't know. It just worked for us. Like I said, way before we met each other, these are things that we were doing. Even
Oh
back
yeah,
when I had roommates, these are things that I just did, and it was like, um,
might as well.
yeah, it was one of those things. And we have the. That's interesting that you mentioned that because yeah, that stuff we just never had that case. We get the African sage, and they're like this big, man. So
Mm,
when you light it, it's
bougie.
like, yeah, it looks like a mini fire in your hand. And yeah, so that's interesting you said that,
What, like a sparkler on 4th of July? Is that what you're
no, like
saying? It's just like,
legit, legit, legit. Here's the thing.
is
A
just minus
lot
the
of people,
gunpowder smell.
no, but look, here's the thing. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't want my clothes smelling like that. We actually welcome our clothes smelling like that because, it
Fair enough.
warns off people who have negative intentions towards us.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so do you think that, like, lavender is for relaxation, lemongrass is for energy, like that kind of thing? Like, do you think there's an association with scents, or do you think the person kind of has the association after they smell it, if that makes sense?
So for us as
Get it?
both, we do a lot of research on ancient tribes, especially like from our own background, what our
Hell yeah.
ancestors were doing before we got on this earth, hundreds and thousands of years ago. These were things that
Mm,
are documented historically that our ancestor did and the benefits that it came. And what we did was we just tried it out, you know. years ago, and we were just like, oh, okay, we get why they're doing it. Of
Right.
course, back then we didn't have technology and things like that. Our ancestors, so they did it more. It was like, no, you're not going anywhere unless we sage you down. I know in the Hispanic community when they do it, and it's the grandmas, the grandmas and the grandpas, they sage their entire children down to the T,
Hmm.
like everything, even as adults.
Oh my
Now,
God.
yeah, our ancestors
Okay.
did that. Like we don't go
Like
that we
imagine
go
it's
that.
just like sorry, it's like you're going to public school and they're like, wait, before you get on that bus.
No, yeah, that's a real thing in the
I
Hispanic
mean, it's better
community.
than coming in smelling like, I guess, weed. Everybody likes the smell of weed, you know?
Yeah, it's a differentiation. It's a differentiation. You will not get pulled over. I think pretty much in today's time, everybody knows what weed smell like. You're not gonna get pulled over for smelling like sage or get off put it. It's a whole different vibe. And plus, they have a lot of colognes that are sage that have sage in them
Mm.
and lavender. I have more colognes that have lavender in it actually. So, but you
So,
mentioned bubblegum. Yeah.
yeah, so get this. You love lavender so much. Do you know the origin of the word lavender?
So I don't. My partner does. She's way more
Yes,
deeper in the
it comes
spiritual
from the
realm.
ancient, I think it's the Latin word lavare, meaning to wash, because the ancient Romans were very deep into rest and relaxation with their bathhouses, which they would use a bunch of lavender in to make it a very relaxing and sensual experience.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah,
look at
yeah,
that. That's what our
yeah,
ancestors were doing,
yeah, yeah.
having a bathhouse.
It's definitely a switch. I think anyone can get into it. I think it has to be an incident in their life that makes them get into it, or it has to be kind of like I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. It kind of has to be traditionally molded into you
Hmm. Yeah,
as a
you had
little
to be
kid.
raised in the environment.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think as an
I think
adult, I think go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think it's and that may be very ignorant about this. I could be 100% wrong. Anybody feel free to correct me. I love learning new things. So I think it's Asian culture is huge on, like baths and cleanliness. They have a bunch of hot springs and
Yeah.
bathhouses around, and they
Yeah.
took that very traditional. So like I think that's like embedded in the culture
Hmm.
to like have that like rest relaxation. Like they take a shower, but they also they soak in a tub of warm water and
Hmm.
whatnot to release tension. Like, why are we not doing that here? Like that would be
So
great. You can
it's
still
interesting.
get your bills paid, your work did. Like you can bring your tablet into the bathtub with you. They have bamboo sliders that go over the water. I have one. And I also freak out about dropping my phone in the water, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So the state of Oregon, where I live at, they're very mental health conscious. There are spas and bathhouses everywhere. So
Ah,
we
I
have,
want to go to one.
yeah. So we have those here. Like you will find
Have you
Walgreens.
been?
We haven't been yet. It's right around the corner. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
remember, we both travel for work. So the places that we're not able to do, we do them at home. Because,
Fair
again,
enough.
everything starts at home. You know,
So you just
I
make
think
a
a person,
bathhouse at home.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you can travel to like all these places, but until like it's actually established at home, I think a person wouldn't really enjoy it. We have
Hmm.
a whole herb section in our home, and
Interesting.
we, yeah,
Have you
so
ever
but
tried shower steamers? Do you know what that is?
yeah, she
Yeah,
has them.
I want some. I
She
want
has,
some. I was trying to find some at the store today,
mhm,
and like who could have guessed that Jewel Osco
mhm.
wouldn't have shower steamers? Maybe I should call 1-800 shower steamer.
It's 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 um it's one of those things. Like right now, I would love to do. If it's okay. I know a lot of people don't take baths, and there's nothing wrong with that. They
Hmm.
do have for relaxation. There are people who you can get filtered water. Have you heard of that?
Get filtered water for
Yeah, it's
what?
a
To
shower
drink?
head that you can just put over your
Oh, no,
shower.
actually, I think I have a couple of friends who have that, and I'm
Yeah, yeah,
actually very interested
yeah,
because of how it stains the shower and makes it
yeah,
gross. So I'm
yeah.
very interested to see how the rain shower head, yes, we have a rain shower head, how that would work with nice filtered water. But
Mhm,
you also have to replace those. I don't want
yeah.
to have to replace it. I'm
But
lazy.
I mean, the thing is, I think anything that's nice, I think has to be. I think before a person purchases anything nice, I think you have to put in the back of your mind that do I have the budget to replace this if something goes wrong because something could go wrong. You know, um, I
Right.
I think when people are driving a car off a lot, as soon as you drive it off the lot, the value goes down. I forgot what
Yeah.
this, but everybody's like, "Oh man, this is going to be the greatest. This car's going to stay the same." Well, yeah, guess what? Give it like 6 months. It could be not even your
Yeah.
fault, but somebody can like open the door and like hit your car. You're definitely right about the
Ugh,
shower heads. The ones that are here, priced here, they like 180, $200. I think
for
normally
what?
it's not. I mean, you think about it, it's not a lot if you think about it. You know what I mean?
Oh my
In terms
God.
of like a
Oh my
shower head.
God.
You know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, so the one of the best showers I have ever been in, and I miss it. I miss it every day of my life when I think about it,
mhm,
is a shower down in Florida. My sister, she moved down there for a little bit while, and I went to visit her, and there was a shower, three shower heads, Frank, three shower heads. With like one over here, one over here, one up here. Oh, you have no idea how much I turned all of those on full blast,
yeah.
and I just had a full on relaxation party in that shower. It was the most amazing, incredible experience, and I die for that shower every day of my life.
Mm, okay,
I
I
die
can
for it.
see
I
that.
love showers. I really, really do.
I can see the
Like, and
sensation.
it wasn't like the rainfall showers on like the left and right. It was like one of those powerful, like somebody put their thumb over the hose nozzle, like
Mm,
just and
mm,
then the rain shower was overhead. So I had all of those going, and it was just this tranquil experience. The only thing that could have made it better was scent.
mm.
But oh my God, it was amazing. So if you ever are going to build your own house one day or renovate your house one day, I suggest that. Get a nice shower with three shower heads, a nice little bench to sit on.
And
Uh,
so we're gonna
uh,
get all of that. We're planning on investing in a house in about 5 to 6 years. You know,
hell yeah.
um, we definitely gonna have like all of that. Like I said, majority of our money goes to our mental health and physical. I don't think you can
As
put
you
a
do.
price on it, honestly. You know what I mean? Because
No,
everything is taken
no.
away. Huh?
You have to pick yourself first. You always have to pick yourself
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
your
And,
mental
and,
health
and, you
always
know,
comes first because when that goes, everything goes.
yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's something that I'm working with in therapy. Like since
Hmm.
birth, I have done things to help other people all my life for 30 years. It took like a mental health breakdown to say, have you enjoyed the fruits of your labor and the fruits of your long research for yourself? And
Hmm.
the answer was no. That I told my therapist. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm working like literally as me and you are talking right now. I have to make sure I'm staying in a moment and I'm doing this for me because like
Mm-hmm.
otherwise my mind would drift over and be like, man, I think whoever watches this podcast is going to be just so blessed and they're going to get I have to shift my mind back and be like,
Hopefully. I
what are
mean,
you
they're blessed
feeling?
because we're on it. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. 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 Like and even as the podcast grow, um I'm going to make sure that I talk to the audience, about that.
Hell
And
yeah. I want to interact with the audience. So,
yeah.
as anybody who is listening, please
Mhm.
message us. We love talking to you,
Yeah.
and we want to get to know y'all,
Yeah.
get to know all of our fans. So,
Mhm.
please leave a message, do all the fun stuff, because
Yeah,
we want to talk to you. Frank, do you have anything else that you wanted to say before we get off?
that's it for me.
That's it for you. All right. Well, you guys, we hope you guys have a wonderful week. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.